Hello! In today's video, we will tell you an amazing story from the life of a forest ranger who saved an old wolf, and after some time, the wolf changed his fate. The man still cannot believe what has happened. Here's how the forest ranger tells it. Those years I worked as a forest ranger, I was a happy person, and I was doing my favorite business, and the place I lived was surrounded by nature. In my territory, I had a large winter house, consisting of 3 smaller ones. I also had 3 great husky dogs who helped me. One day, when I was making a ride along my territory, I saw a wolf in the distance. It was evident that he was already very old. I understood it at once as he barely moved his paws. I stood for a couple of minutes and shouted to him. The wolf looked at me and then turned around and limped in the opposite direction. Looking at him, I thought that there was little time left for him to live. It was evident that he could not hunt anymore. A couple of days passed, and fate decided to connect me with this old wolf once again. I was walking with my dogs along the forest. Suddenly, the dogs ran to a snowy ravine. There was the wolf I had seen before. He was weak, his eyes were looking in front of him. He came to the ravine to die there. I shouted to the dogs to calm down and came to the weak animal. The wolf showed absolutely no aggression. He already did not care what happened to him. If it is so, my friend, I will change your fate. I will arrange a pension for you. I tied him with a rope on his chest and dragged him to my home. What for? I do not even know. Maybe I was bored and I wanted to do something unusual, but maybe I felt sorry for him. For 2 weeks, I took care of him, fed him, and talked with him at night. Soon, the wolf was already standing, and he even started snarling at my dogs. I had already made plans for him. He would be the guard of my winter hut. He will guard me from bears. But one morning, when I was going out with him to the forest, he turned his back and ran away into the forest. Ha! Here is his gratitude to me. I was very upset then, but in the evening, something happened. It was a great surprise for me. I was sitting by the stove and heard a knock on the door. Thinking that it was my colleagues from the nearby territories, I joyfully opened the door and was surprised. In front of me, there was a young woman who was looking at me with her big eyes, and in my opinion, she thanked God that I was in the house. And I also saw my wolf by her, as if he were also ready to come in as usual. What a gift of fate it was. Well, come in, young lady, come in, dear guests. I showed them inside. It turned out that she was walking along an old path from the village and got lost. When she saw a wolf, she fell into the snow and said goodbye to her life. But then he began dragging her here by her boots. Oh, how interesting fate can be. I fell in love with that woman, and in the summer we got married. And we started living together in the winter house, and the wolf lived in our yard. He did not live long, he was already so old, but the way he brought us together was amazing. I still often remember this, and I cannot believe it. Here is such an amazing story. Thank you for listening till the end. If you enjoyed the story, like and share it with your friends, as well as click the bell so as not to miss new videos. All the best to you.